Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-dee-doo-doo.
Let me lock this over here so I don't fuck with it. Is that my floor or is that Twitch's floor? I think that's Twitch's floor. Okay, well, I think we're good. Man, VOD watchers, you just came in on a trip. I realized that you don't have any context for why I look like this, and you know what? That's okay. Is that your floor, or are you just happy to see me? Oh, I get it, because you're talking about a penis. Oh my god. I went through snowballs at my window. I hope it wasn't my old houseplant back for revenge. Whoa, I'm big again. That means I'm gonna stop being gay soon. Let's go, it's July 1st, let's go! Did you do that? Hey, good morning.
I've had better. Let me tell you. I was just resting my eyes, letting my soul relax for a while. Yes, let's go! I had a nice dream just starting up about a nice hot fondue. And then all of a sudden, stampede! This huge crowd of people came storming by. No consideration for my beauty sleep. They looked angry.
Really? I went through snowballs at my window this morning. Maybe it was the same people. Why were they angry?
I don't know. They were headed for the old town.
Weird. Keep my eyes open.
Good idea. Take care, buddy.
Wait, this game is so cute. What the hell? It's very night in the woods. I'm not editing for that 2 minutes. We talked to Arnold. People were angry and they threw snowballs at my window. Get fucked. I'm not editing that. Is it the game? I don't know. It didn't happen with Majora's yesterday. I don't know, man. Definitely getting Night in the Woods vibes. It'd be like that. So how you doing? I'm okay. You? I'm okay. Sometimes that's the way it is. Sometimes that's the way it is. It is what it is. Sure is. And your sister? Getting by. Your hospital? Yep. Getting by. The river flows. The river flows. The river's beautiful if you look closely. Most beautiful thing in the world, Finley. Most beautiful thing in the world. Sometimes it just is what it is.
That's the way it is, Arthur.
I can't do Dutch. His voice is too deep for me.
I just need money, Arthur. Oh, Arthur.
Man, sometimes it just is what it is, you know? Dude, can you pay the insurance on my digital car that you got me to crash? You think I have insurance? You think I have money? You think I have? Is everything okay? I'm not exactly sure. I was just shoveling snow in front of our store when I heard a commotion. I went to see what was going on, and there was a crowd of people. They were walking towards the town squares. I can still feel the adrenaline coursing through my veins. Find out what the deal was with the crowds. They were walking to town square. Hey Drew, does the month of VIP get refunded? Yeah, sure. Drew, what's up? This is an AO3. What's AO3? I really tried really hard to figure it out. Are you being deceitful? I would never lie to you. Unless it was for a joke, which this isn't. Adele, are you alright? Yeah, or we're playing like a video game where I have to lie to you, like Among Us or Deceit or, you know, something along those lines, you know. And yeah, Lord. What is it? I almost got trampled by a crowd of people. They were really fired up. I asked what they were up to, but nobody listened to me. You reminded me of the great writer, Sandalwood. Oh, would you like to learn about that, my budding historian? Sure. You should always make time for history. It always has something to teach us for the future. It all happened one hot summer in Sandalwood. Very different weather to what we're experiencing right now. Oh, fuck. Did that work? Why is there only a diamond there? It's never been redeemed. I've never been able to test it. Only one per stream? It's one per week. It's not one per... I mean, unless I did it wrong. I'm gonna go verify that I didn't do it wrong. It's not one... Oh, hang on. What? Oh, I'll refund you. There you go. We can't all be... once per stream, we can't all be VIP together? Nah, it's a cooldown of a week. Can I also buy a month of VIP for Quack? No, it's one per week. You can next week. Cool. I think total, because everything exists, which gives 2 months of VIP, I believe there can be... I guess there could technically be infinite, because there's not a... I don't think there's a week cooldown on everything. I think everything is once per stream. So if a bunch of people had 1,000,000 clinkies for some reason, there could technically be infinite. I'll get a refund next week? Yeah, no. At the time, Sandalwood was also known as Citrus City. A lot of people here worked with citrus products, you see. Juice, candies, soaps. In time, Sandalwood became very wealthy. A huge variety of citrus cakes at the famous Lime Cream Bakery were especially popular. Eventually, though, the owner of the bakery got greedy. From one day to the next, the prices of her cakes and pies went up to 5 times what they used to be. And at the same time, she started using lower-grade fruit in her baked goods. People caught on and called for a boycott. Things got so out of hand, almost half the town was burned to the ground. Can someone do me a favor real quick? Okay, we're good. Things got so out of hand, almost half the old town was burned to the ground. All through the local area, the air stank of citrus for weeks to come. And that's why they call it the Citrus Summer. A beautiful name for a terrible incident. And the owner of the pastry shop got away with it. However, strict requirements for citrus food products were established soon after. And then, before long, he left town and was never seen again. And there you have it, the great riot of Sandalwood. Fascinating. Same, because stream crashed. Would you guys rather me restart stream? It's pretty early in. You haven't seen a crowd of angry people, have you? I just refreshed. Refreshing should lower the delay, but the fucking subtitles will always be ahead. I can't do anything about that. Well, oh, I did forget one thing. Why did you restart it to lower delay? Even the closed captioning is fine? Oh, well then maybe just quack. Oh, I lied? Well, never mind.
Would you like a hot cup of coffee?
Sure, I'd love one. My help against the cold.
Ah, finally.
Thank you.
I just saw a crowd passing through here. I thought I'd hit the jackpot, but they weren't interested in coffee, unfortunately.
Was it a big crowd? Where did they go?
Towards St. Ursula's. I'm guessing you're heading that way, too. Well, you can't miss them.
Well? It turned off from me CCs. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it.
How much more money are you gonna squeeze from us?
You work at the hospital too?
I sure do, and it's been far too long. I can't do all this anymore. I've been slaving away for years. No private life, no downtime. I want to make my voice heard, and these people have valid points. Why don't you join us? We could really make a difference here.
Yeah, you're gonna get fired.
We want to say the numbers.
I'm telling you, St. Ursula's Hospital is gonna go. How many of you have suffered here? How many of you have emptied your pockets in your coffers? The fees go up every month. I'm blocking this up, but the quality of treatment gets worse and worse. The staff are overworked, and the building's falling apart to boot. Will we keep on accepting this? Will we keep on sacrificing our loved ones to this hospital?
No!
Absolutely not.
What? What's this about?
These are specialists. What are your plans for the day, con artist?
They passed, Ralph.
Go ahead. I'm sure you got plenty of corrupt shenanigans to be dealing with. We'll just see how many more lives you can take before someone stops you. The Krusty Krab is unfair. Mr. Krabs is in there. That's right, get lost.
Down with St. Ursula's! Down with St. Ursula's! I can't believe Twitter. I can't believe you just said that to me, Gum. I'm telling Twitter. I put you down. Forgot Elon loves ableism. Just Elon. Ingrid, have you seen those people out there?
I'm always watching. Oh, sure. Bit of an overreaction if you ask me.
Do you think we should call the police or something?
Don't worry about it, kid. This isn't the first time we've had angry folks show up at our door. I'm sure the protest has been cleared with the authorities. So right now, there isn't much we can do. Ralph's always sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. But when he gets the idea in his head, he doesn't let it go easily.
You're not worried? There's even a nurse in the crowd.
Nah, not really. Criticism comes with the territory. After all, no one who comes here leaves feeling amazingly refreshed and rejuvenated. At best, they'll just feel normal again. And if they don't, well, that's when certain kinds of people get angry. As long as they don't actually charge inside the hospital, it's all good. Dr. Theobald's already on the case. By the way, he was asking after you this morning. Seems like every day he wants something from you now, huh? Guess he likes you. You can go straight up to your ward. That's where he is right now, anyway.
Drew experiences emotions different from us? Uh-huh. Oh, I see what's happening. I wanted to keep the other scam emote, but we put it to actually, I think the Scamba emote was a one keep used by, I think, Dumpling? I can't remember. Somebody used their one keep to keep Scamba, and in turn we removed the other scam. It seems your whole fan club, hang on, Mr. Potter, there it is. It seems your whole fan club is here today, Finley. And not just that, Dr. Theobald's waiting for you too. You're a popular doctor today. Have you seen Dr. Theobald around? I certainly have. He's in our break room. Why I'm keeping out there right now. Dumpling used the one keep for... Okay, then maybe Scambo is just a vote. We've been clashing on a few matters lately. As such, I don't have much desire for small talk. I heard he wants to talk to me. Of course he does. Please keep it brief. We have work to do. I wish there was a version of Yippee that didn't have the white background. You said Scam and Scamba were the same. Yeah, and then we voted on which one we were gonna keep. Out of the two. I mean, if you want to put it to another vote of whether or not you want the Scam or the Scambo, we can do that. Where did Yippee come from?
Meine Mama hat mir einfach erlaubt, dass ich Cola trinken darf. Wie cool ist das bitte? Jetzt zocke ich Fortnite und trinke Cola. Yippie!
That's what it comes from. Dr. Theobald, have you heard about the, I say, the people in front of the building? Of course. But first, I have a question for you. Did you go to Mrs. DeCalma's funeral service?
Yeah, and I think it helped me. Thanks for the tip. I'm afraid I'm partly to blame for the protest, though.
What do you mean by that? Well, the funeral seemed quite normal at first, but then they started saying it was my fault Irma died. I didn't know what to do. You know, there's one thing you unfortunately need to be aware of working here. When you work at a hospital, problems become part of your daily routine. Generally speaking, I say, when someone comes to us with a problem, sometimes the problem can be fixed. Sometimes, however, unfortunately, it cannot. We don't have secret superpowers. All we do is make people feel like they were before. That's our business, day in, day out. When we succeed, we are rarely rewarded with positive words or deeds. Yet if we fail, a negative response will never be far away. That's the way it is, sadly. And our profession is far from unique in that regard. I'm sure you're familiar with the phenomenon yourself. We don't get the chance to provide a diagnosis until something's already not behaving as it should. So what can we do against the people to calm down? Against these people to calm them down? Don't worry about it, please. I will not allow my staff to be attacked or harassed. I'll talk to the protesters and sort things out. And what can I do? Do your job. Help those people who need help. And solve as many problems as possible. I say, even though not all of them will be solvable. I say. Okay. I wish you the best of luck. Look at his walk. God damn. Chat, look at that cactus. No. I imagine you have questions. I'm sure you want to know how I feel about all this. Whether I'm worried about that little protest down there. Let's both do ourselves a favor and skip that part of the conversation. Please get started with your assignments today, and we'll talk later. Be 33 first. We're gonna start with Ace. If I'm ever recovering the subtitles, chat, let me know, and I'll move.
What's all that racket out there?
Just an angry mob of people dissatisfied with our work.
What do they know?
They don't have the first clue how difficult our work even is, do they? How you doing today?
You tell me.
That's why you're here, isn't it? All right. Move your thick ass. Thank you? I think? I need 4 for this one. Is that it? Yeah! Your living room readings are improved. Good. But I'm afraid you'll need to stay with us for a few more days. Well, it hasn't killed me yet. That's why you still got the pleasure of treating me. Thank goodness for that. Don't let it go to your head. I know what the situation is in this hospital. Even I need to put up with an apprentice doctor. I've not forgotten my duty to teach the next generation. So go ahead, learn something. The owl is me because she has a mole. The owl is you because she looks angry all the time. And, I don't need to say more.
Good day. Thank you for agreeing to examine me so soon.
I'll be happy to pass on your appreciation. What can I do for you?
First of all, call me Ted, please. I don't like to stand on ceremony.
Me neither. I'm Finley.
Pleased to meet you, Finley.
Now what can I do for you?
That's my lungs. The weather's doing a number on me right now. I need a regular checkup. I have an artificial heart valve. And then there's a severe hypoxia.
You're saying your blood isn't being supplied with enough oxygen.
Exactly. I get by, but I'd feel better if someone gave me a once-over.
Sure, allow me. Say more. I don't remember what I said first. To tell you the truth. I'm always so bad at this one. I did all right that time. Your lungs are fine. Your heart too. I didn't know you could hear a heart valve.
Yeah. Not a bad party trick, huh?
You can go downstairs, can write you a prescription for your medication.
Great, that's what I call fast service.
By the way, things are a little crazy around here right now, so be careful when you head out the door.
I notice, yeah.
Meanwhile, this owl is more like croissant.
Hello, Mr. Doctor. Guess what? My tummy ache's gone. And my mom's coming to pick me up today.
Great. I'm really glad to hear that. Shall we give you one last checkup before you go home, then? I don't have great patients like you here very often, so I need to make the most of it. The music was so loud before, and now it's gone, and I feel awkward. I don't like it. I want it back. Bring back the boom jam. Well, you've got just about the healthiest tummy I've seen all week. My colleagues gave your mom a letter for your pediatrician earlier, and now you need to be careful what you eat in the future, okay? You promising you'll do that?
Yes. Dr. Gordon said the same thing. That I should listen to you. And you know what?
What?
She said you're a good doctor.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause you made my tummy ache go away. And she says you made her tummy ache go away too. But you know what else?
And what?
Dr. Gordon is a good doctor too. Because she made my homesickness go away every night.
You're right. You're right there, Emma. My colleague will take you down to see your mom in a minute, okay? Take care, Emma.
Why?
Called you sponge baby? I didn't say that. I have a lot on my mind right now. Let me take a quick look at your results. Ab. That's what I'm gonna have after you guys redeem 5 million workouts in the next 5 days. Very good. No matter how tense the situation, doing good work remains our top priority. The results speak to your strength of character, Finley. I have some organizational tasks to deal with now. Yeah, like that. Have a nice evening. Take care of yourself. Come on! No! What the fuck? Come on! Do you think the protesters are still outside? I expect Dr. Theobald's dealing with that. Now don't worry so much, Finley. These kinds of things can weigh you down, but it'll all blow over in a few days. You've got the day off tomorrow. Sleep in late. Time off is precious. Enjoy it. That's 39 in one day. Alright, we're gonna do them now. We're gonna get it over with. Rip the band-aid off. Rip the band-aid off. Okay. Are we leaving? Are we done for the day? Okay. I don't know, Ace. I think I could do another 20. I think I could do another 20. Oh, yeah, let me...
Better not go out there, kid.
What? Why?
The protest is still always watching, Wazowski. The protest is still going strong. I called the police already, but they said there's nothing they can do. Yeah, right. Your colleague thought better of it just now, too. I think she had tears in her eyes. I wanted to say something, but she turned back inside and ran right past me.
You mean Mia? Where'd she go?
Don't know. Back upstairs, I think.
Dr. Theobald? Wasn't he meant to talk to the protesters?
I don't know anything about that either. I haven't seen him all day.
Typo, that eye's not big.
He probably got held up by his luxury vending machine again.
I'm gonna go check on him.
You do what you need, kid. We can't change what's going on out there right now. Make yourself a coffee and wait for it all to blow over. That's what I say.
You want 59 today? I can do it. Once I got in the flow, I was able to do it easy. You seen me. I got through like 7 of them in like a fast burst. I could do it. I don't wanna, but I could do it. I would love to 20 sit-ups. Do you switch your camera? Why? Dr. Leo, do you have any idea where Dr. Theobald is?
Who wants to know?
No.
Did he deal with the writers? If so, I don't want anything to do with it. Please leave.
No, I'm...
I can't hear you.
Sheesh. At least have the safety on, damn. What even was that? We need to find Mia. God damn. Hit me with an NFT. Another NFT. There's like 60 variants of that. The likelihood of 2 of the same thing happening back to back is so low. Getting mud all over the screen. Oh, thank you. Dr. Theobald, are you there? Dr. Theobald? Where did he go? Looks like he was here not long ago. Maybe there was an emergency? Notice how the phone is off the hook? Shelf looks the same as always. Everything's still where it was this morning. Just like Dr. Theobald just vanished into thin air. Maybe he fell through a rift in time and space? You could be living in another dimension right now. A world where pizza can cure cancer. Not him having a ood in his office? An ood? Oh, you mean the painting? A nude. Oh, okay. I think that is exactly the paint me like you're one of your French girls pose, right?
So, Finley, we meet again. Does the boss have time right now? I need to talk to him.
Dr. Theobald's not here. His office is empty.
What? Strange. I mean, Dr. Theobald usually leaves the door to his office open, but only when he's actually in it.
Have you seen him around today?
Nope, that's why I'm here. The people in the ward can't sleep with all the commotion outside. I was gonna ask Dr. Theobald for help. Last resort before I go out there and kick some butt myself.
I spoke to him this morning. He assured me that he was going to smooth the situation over.
Well, guess that didn't happen, huh?
Welcome back, Quack.
I just bumped into Mia, too. She was pretty upset.
Mia? What was wrong with her?
No idea. I called after her, but she ignored me. She just said that Mr. Arnday was back.
Mr. Arnday?
Yeah, you remember that old geezer, right?
Why is he back?
Always with the questions. Grandpa was sent to the best rehab money can buy at our expense. Then he's not back here 2 minutes before he goes and poisons himself.
What?
Probably thought his wood oil was a bottle of gin.
Is he...
Of course not. What is it with you and the drama?
Which way did she run?
Upstairs. Arnday's on the 4th floor. If I had to guess, I'd say she's up there.
Oh, go take a look.
All right. Guess I'll hunt down the boss.
Thank you, Sandra.
No problem.
Chat, I need 2 seconds. Those are 2 really slow seconds. Game looks adorable. You look adorable. Hi, Yan. How have you been? How are you? Have you seen Mia?
Yeah, she just scurried past me. She was on her way to see a patient.
I guess I will be editing this VOD after all. I'm gonna go into here and... Oh, I thought I had it on 4K. Apparently I didn't. No, well, yeah, maybe.
Weird answer. Well, if I find something, I'll keep a hold of it. Once you've decided you've lost something, you can ask again.
Hello, young grasshopper. Dr. Galterra, is there a Mr. Arnday here in this ward? Really do beat the game, huh? Well, it happened with Majora's once. My duty would normally prohibit me from simply divulging such information. But I could feel the tension in the air. It surrounds us. It permeates us. It holds the universe together. Mr. Willie Arnday is the guest on this ward. He was just setting out for a walk down the hall. One of my own favorite cure-alls, as it happens. Mr. Arnday, can you, listen to me for a moment, please?
Buncombe, I don't have to put up with this. I already told you I didn't steal any blueberry pudding. And why didn't I get a pickle with my dinner today?
Mr. Arnday, please, I need your help.
Why does everyone keep asking my help? I just want to be left alone, damn it. Yeah, who are all those people out there anyway? Clear off. You're not getting my money.
Mr. Arnday?
Mia!
Finley, there you are.
What's going on here?
I want to do something. I have to do something.
What happened? Why are you talking to Mr. Arnday?
I was just on my way home. These people, so angry. They called me names, threw things at me. I can't go on like this anymore. I'm here to help people, aren't I? Why are they getting on my back for that?
I know, Mia, I know.
Last time Mr. Arnday was here, he was barely responsive. I was hoping to ask him about the night of your accident. Maybe he knows something.
That's not a bad idea. Chad, are we good? Are we live? Are we all good? Mr. Arnday, can I ask you something?
What is it now?
You.
Don't I know you, sonny boy?
Yeah, we met before. You were at this hospital a little while ago. Last fall. You had an accident. Do you remember?
Yeah, yes. I know your voice. What happened exactly? Tell me.
We were looking for you. We think the broken elevator took us both to the disused ward. I found you there. You were injured.
Oh, that was you. I was just trying to get back to my room. I don't know how I ended up in that place.
What do you remember about it?
Not much. I'm not as young as I was. I was looking for my room. Oh, it was completely dark, but someone had left a desk lamp on. There was a bed covered in folders and paperwork.
And then?
Then I heard your voice. Not the most pleasant way to wake up. And that's not even mentioning the headache.
Is that all you can remember?
No. After that, I was back in this blasted hospital. My time at that rehab place was worth it, though. Haven't I had a beet lasagna that delicious since I was a kid?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Arnday. You've been a great help.
What does it mean?
A lot. You remembered the desk, Mia? That bed I saw on the 5th floor with the documents on it? Carl said there was nothing there.
Mr. Arnday saw it too.
Exactly.
So what now?
We need to let Carl know. Maybe he'll know what to do with this information. Hey, Carl, what are you up to?
Wait, do you have a hidden camera in my apartment? I was just about to call you.
Oh, things are starting to get out of hand here. Me and I, want to do something about it.
What a coincidence. I was thinking exactly the same thing. Come on over. I've already got an idea. Wait, have you ever been to my place before?
No?
I live on High Street, next to the bakery.
Got it. We're on our way. How are we going to get out of here? I guess we could take the back.
Greetings, dear sparks of the soul. Dr. Gautier, are you alright? It is what it is. It is as it should be.
Have you seen Dr. Theobald, by chance? We're starting to get worried.
That is definitely unusual. No, I haven't felt his aura today. Should I see him, I will tell him of your feelings.
Is everything okay with you too? More or less.
But I'm afraid we're in a bit of a rush.
You know, don't let me keep you. I'll try to get Mr. Arnday back to bed. Hey, did you guys know I have merch and that you could buy it? Yeah, that's right. I have merch. And you could buy it. Crazy, right? I like how Mia's jump is just kind of like not. You know, like I do that. And then she does like a little skip. Welcome back, Robo. You have merch? That's right, I have merch. No way? Way! I like the squeak of our non-existent shoes. Apparently, I'm not allowed to leave out this way. Complete lack of understanding. You have like 18 days. Could you do this with to Robo? Well, maybe he'd have an easier time if somebody was helping him.
It's gonna be a long night. Good job, I just put on a fresh... good thing I just put on a fresh cup of coffee.
Does Mia not have a winter outfit? Might want to go around the back.
Yeah, good idea.
My brain is too smooth to ARG? That's not true. There's also a lot more people than you that aren't doing it, or helping at all. Last time we did an ARG, there was like 12 people all together working on it. This time it is like only robotic. And doggo a little bit. Which means you guys aren't going to get it because there's only 2 people doing it. Which is fine. The reveals are going to happen regardless. Looks like there's something about St. Ursula's in the newspaper. Life in an unhealthy healthcare system. Interesting conversation and exclusive insights. Read the full 3-page report in tomorrow's edition.
Hello, statue.
Hello, Finley. Wiggle.
I like this little stage.
There's a small amateur theater group who rehearses here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was going to join in with them last night, but I couldn't bring myself to try it out alone.
I didn't know you could act.
A little bit, yeah. I practice on my own sometimes, but it was more a way of meeting new people, really.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, maybe I'll try it out after all.
I wonder if that's what we would have done instead of hanging out with Carl. If we hung out with Mia instead, it would have been that.
I've always loved going hiking. I love the mountains, the green fields, the fresh country air.
I believe in you guys. You'll get it. But like I said, the reveals are going to happen regardless. So it's not really that big of a deal if you guys don't get it. Why is this place always weirdly bright? It was like this last time, too. Man, what is going on with my mustache today?
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. You didn't have school today, right?
No, haha. We're just hanging around waiting for puberty to start.
What are you doing here all day?
Nothing much, really. Christo says we're here for skating, but he's just sitting around all day.
And I believe that is what skating is all about. School always looks kind of empty.
There aren't that many children in Porcupine. Most here are older. That's why there isn't much for us to do around here. I think skating is boring.
What would you like to do?
Good question. I like stories. I just love to write. I'd love to come up with a story one day. Maybe for like a comic, something like that. I collect comics, but Christo isn't really into them.
Well, do you have any ideas?
Sure thing, huh?
You want to tell me about your ideas for your comic?
No, they're really bad.
Come on, I'd love to hear them.
It's not even finished yet.
Maybe I can help you. When I was young, I'd always make up stories.
Really? So you're like a writer?
Sure, something like that. Even if I'm too busy procrastinating on my PhD thesis right now.
Wow. Okay, so do you really want to hear about my idea?
Yeah, go.
Okay, so the story is set on a distant planet, and it's about a brave, strong, super cool heroine. She can do all kinds of stuff, and she's just the coolest. Yeah.
Oh, so that's it?
Yeah, I told you I wasn't finished yet. What do you think? Do you like my story?
I'm sick. That's nothing much yet. It's pretty bad. That could be better. I'm sick. It's not bad for the beginning.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, sure. Do you want us to brainstorm your story together?
Sure thing.
Excellent. So first we need a name for the planet. The story begins on a distant planet called...
Maggitopia.
I like it.
Yeah, that's so cool, much cooler.
You really... what? I said I like it.
Heh. Next, the heroine needs a name.
And did I pick the wrong one?
Any ideas? How about Magatha? She's strong and tall and brave, and she has many friends.
Sure thing.
Magatha. I can feel it. It's as if I've known her for years already. I'm getting goosebumps. Yay. Yippee! It's going to be awesome, Magatha, the savior of Maggitopia. I already feel so much more real. But, oh man, being a writer's so hard.
You want to leave it for now?
Yeah, I think I need a creative break. I'll sleep on it for a while. Think about my story. Come here often? Brainstorming was fun. You're my co-author.
I'd love to. I'll come by as soon as I find the time.
Awesome. See you on round 2. This is gonna be the best comic ever.
I'm sure of it. I wonder if we could have been coming here every day to do that. Also, what did that have to do with I'm sick? Once again, my main complaint of this game is that it's so quiet. Can you give ARG hint, please? No, you have 19 days to do it. I think. Hey, 18? Alexa, how many days until July 15th?
July 15th is in 17 days.
You'll have 17 days to do it. And there's only like 3, maybe 4 steps. And you guys are already on 2. You got time. Welcome back, Retrospector. It hasn't been an hour. Are you fucking kidding me? It hasn't been an hour. Is that cooldown not on? Alright, sorry, VOD watchers, I didn't want to do this. Alright. I'm good now. The least access? Oh, the, Subway Midnight. Gotcha. Now that we're, 66 push-ups in.
Oh, cute. This thing looks a little like you, Finley.
Yeah, yeah, what a coincidence, right? Yeah, I can barely believe it myself.
My opinion used you as inspiration for this artwork, huh?
Maybe. Have a nice night, Via. I love you. Mwah. Thank you for hanging out. And good luck. Hello? Hey, Carl, it's us.
What's the password?
Password?
You didn't give us a password.
True. I guess that one's on me.
Can you let us in, please? It's pretty cold out here.
Not without the password. Hold on, I just need a minute to think of one. Okay, alright, I got one. The password is mango. Keep it to yourselves, don't pass it on.
Great, will you let us in now?
Not until you give me the password.
Mango.
Oh, it's you guys. Very good, very good. Well, what are you standing out there for? Come on in, it's way too cold outside.
And then Finley came along. Starnday hasn't exactly confirmed that, but he said he remembers a stack of folders in a bright light.
What do you think, Carl?
I think that it all fits together. I used my involuntary vacation to do some thinking. I never liked the whole situation right from the start. First, though, I need to apologize to you, Finley. I was never, quite sure if you'd been imagining things or not when it came to your accident. I can see now that you were onto something.
So what are our conclusions?
And we need to go deeper.
Deeper?
I'm the longest-serving member of staff at St. Ursula's after Ingrid. I do the rotays, manage our inventories, and put our orders together.
What are you getting at?
We need to go to the hospital's document archive. That would be where we find the answers to what's going on.
You mean the big storeroom in the basement? Sure. Surely we can't just walk in there.
No, the storeroom's always locked. Even if I don't have access to it. I have an idea how we can get in there. It'll require perfect teamwork, though. This is a delicate matter, like an ornate glass figurine.
Is this the annoying character, the plant shop heathen? You mean your favorite character?
We need to consider every move carefully, like a chessman grandmaster.
Excuse me. Wow, you've really put some thought into this.
Of course I have. So listen carefully. Old Glendower has the keys to the building in his office, including the key for the archive. That's the one we need to get. And how are we gonna do that? Well, sometimes Gregor stays at the hospital late into the night. Seems like he's got some kind of project he's working on in his office after hours. I don't know what it is, but he sure puts a lot of time into it. And over the course of my many night shifts, I've noticed something. At exactly 1 a.m. every night, he leaves his office and sets off to see Ingrid. Yeah, that's it. Slowly, he sets out on his trusted path. Step by step. Foot by foot. His mind never straying from his goal. Until he finally reaches Ingrid's desk. The two actually always spend a while chatting. And Gregor grabs a coffee and heads back to his office. And you know what? When he goes on this little walk, he never locks his office. And that gives us the perfect window to get in there. Finley, you wait until Gregor leaves his office. Have a nice night, Retro. I love you. Mwah! What'd you do? Question mark. And that's when you go in and look for the archive key. Sounds good, but he must have a lot of keys. It'll take me a while to find the right one. No problem. That's where Mia and I come in. Word on the street says you're a talented actress, Mia.
What? Me?
Good evening, me dearies.
What's with the disguise?
I'm leave right now, right? Best if I stay incognito while I'm at the hospital for now. I don't want any more trouble.
Okay.
Good. Now where was I? Ahem. Please pay no attention to me. I'm just an old, fragile little granny. I'm just here to visit her little son. I suppose I'd better head to his room. Whoops! Oh my! My hip! Such pain! Ow!
Don't worry, I'm coming. Fear not! I am a doctor. I am a competent junior doctor. Here to help this poor old lady. Looks like she took a bad fall with no outside interference whatsoever.
What's this now?
If you get a costume, I
want one too.
After all, I'm playing the courageous doctor in shining armor.
Alright, I guess.
As I was saying, I rushed here right away to help the injured person. And this looks bad. You there with the broom.
What, me?
You look strong. I implore you, help me with this old lady.
What's with the amateur dramatics?
No drama here, sir. This is serious. I need to make sure this person has not sustained any more severe injuries.
Yeah, alright.
And then boom! The key is ours. A perfect plan. Now there's just one thing left to do. Head down to the basin into the document archive.
I hate this. Falling like that is my worst nightmare right now. Why? It only cause immense pain. Immense, immeasurable pain. Do you like the Splinter Cell get up?
Good job, team. It's heist time.
Oh shit. But there's cameras. I like that they're following me. Before we go in there, what exactly are we looking for? Well, cool. Wait a second. No idea what he said. The door was already open.
Okay. Well, let's go in.
Maybe so, but it was locked last time. Maybe so, but it wasn't today.
Maybe you're right, Carl.
Let's check it out. What's up, Ace?
Someone was in here recently.
How do you know that?
Layer of dust isn't as thick as usual. I haven't been in here for ages, but something just feels different. Like someone's disturbed the energy of the room.
So when are you the mystical type?
Hey, back off. I can sense these things. You better take a look around. Maybe we'll find something unusual.
In movies, archives like this are full of secrets and treasures. In real life, I guess they're full of boredom, too. You know, I thought my lighting looked weird. I never turned off my room light. Medical records, doctors' letters, studies, lab results. Some of these documents are older than my parents. Must be loads of thrilling stories stashed away down there. Look up here!
And then get down from there. You'll break your neck.
Yeah, that's right. You all know those boxes are out to get you.
How'd you get up there anyway?
It doesn't matter. Someone's taken folders off these shelves. You can still see prints from in the dust. It's pretty obvious something's missing.
What? Let me see.
Also, chat, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna turn on my AC. I miss Rare Boy. I don't know why y'all voted it out.
Yes. It's definitely not normal. I know it doesn't look like it, but there's actually a system in this archive. And something's clearly missing here. This empty space should be filled with at least 7 years' worth of receipts and bills.
You're right, Carl. I screamed. I tell you, I screamed. I don't know why. I don't know why you voted it out.
Why do you sound so surprised? I thought you'd be used to that by now.
You think this means anything?
I think it does.
What's really interesting is that all the missing files should belong to the same time period. I've been watching Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad recently. I just started Breaking Bad, and I'm getting a lot of flashbacks to that show right now. With the shredding.
What's really interesting is that all the missing files should belong to the same time period. They'll all be documents that would potentially be needed to communicate with the health insurance companies. This kind of documents don't just disappear.
But they might have been moved to a different location because they're still needed.
Like an old hospital bed on the 5th floor, for instance.
That's gotta be it.
There must be someone who knows more about this.
Dr. Theobald, maybe?
I don't think so.
He hasn't been seen for a while.
Should we go to the police?
There's someone outside!
We need to get out of here quickly.
Agreed. Started Breaking Bad right before finals and never went back to it. I saw probably like half of season 1. I like Better Call Saul more than Breaking Bad. However, both are worth it. Breaking Bad starts really slow. Because you have to, like, be introduced to the characters and, like, their struggles and stuff in order for it to lead up to the point where, like, he's cooking the meth and stuff, you know? So Breaking Bad starts insanely slow throughout season 1, but about halfway through season 1, it starts to pick up, but it doesn't, like, really hit its stride until somewhere in season 2.
What are you doing down here? Carl, is that you? Sandy, we just stumbled onto something big.
Have you seen Dr. Theobald?
We need to speak to him urgently. Boss, I haven't seen a whiff of him. I need to see Halil and pick up some blood. Not like there's anyone here who's actually meant to be working on our ward. But you'd better settle in anyway. That crowd outside's way bigger. I wouldn't be trying to head home right now if I were you. Not that I can think about clocking off. Too much to do. The ward's all pretty much full. So come on, make yourselves useful.
Sandra's right. And then we should lend a hand on the ward.
What about the missing documents?
I'm sure that can wait. We need to give Gregor his key back and then help out upstairs.
You're right. You didn't like Breaking Bad, dude? Wait, can I not use the stairs? I'm required to use the elevator? I guess I'm required to use the elevator.
I could use a little help here.
It was Ingrid.
Let's have a look.
Down with the Ursula's.
Here comes another of those bunglers. Now, if you crackpot, go home.
Can't just come in here like this. It's not allowed. Please, let us do our job. The noise you're making's bad enough. But more importantly than that, you're blocking the main entrance. That means you're stopping us from admitting any more patients. Please, just leave.
Stupid excuses. Who's gonna stop us? You? Bradley had a terrible ailment.
Exactly, out of the pain. That's enough!
Not only did you equip him for the rest of his life when he injured his arm years ago, but then now you know it's how you both just the other week. Presents still coming to the day. And that's not even mentioning the psychological trauma that we both suffered.
Don't be ridiculous. Ow, my arm.
See? We have every reason to be here, and every right too. We're not leaving until we get some answers.
Get the chief physician out here now.
But hasn't Dr. Theobald come to speak to you all recently? He assured me that.
Of course he hasn't. As if you would get his fat ass out of that comfy chair.
Tell you all, will you all listen for 1 minute?
If he's not down here to come talk to us, then we'll have to take it to him.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know what else? Let me through, damn it! Help, quickly!
Renee, what's up?
This person. They were just standing next to me in the crowd, and then all of a sudden they fainted. I just managed to stop them from hitting the ground.
That doesn't look too good. We should take them to the ward.
Typical, always the same. That poor Sophie to bleed dry.
And the lend a hand here.
What about Dr. Theobald?
I'll try and find out where he is. And then I'll try to find out more about the missing documents. We'll talk later.
All right.
Let me through, you scumbags!
This patient's in very poor condition. I'm glad you brought him to us. You know what's wrong with him? Sorry, do you know what's wrong with him? I'll take care of this. Please just give me some time. Mia, Finley, look after the ward. There's a lot to do, as ever, and this isn't helping.
Sure, we'll take care of it.
I want to help too. Good. Ask around the other wards and see if anyone else can help out. Consider it done. Let him lay there for his cause. I no longer think... Don't you need any help here? What I need most of all is time. The best way for you to help me is to take care of the ward on your own. Forgive me if I can't monitor your work as closely as usual. You and Mia have been here for a while. Prove to me that I can trust you with our ward. I thought initially that Dr. Theobald jumped out the window and killed himself. However, I no longer think that's what happened because I think that would have been the front of the building and they would have seen him. Plus, we went out the back. So it could still be what happened. But yeah. Something's not right here, is it? Honestly, I'm not sure. It sure feels that way. Protest still going on downstairs. It's got bigger even.
Yes, I've noticed.
As we've had someone collapse on us too. And we've had someone collapse on us too. One of the staff? No, protester just keeled over and out of nowhere. Dr. Kukowski's diagnosing him now, but we don't know what's wrong with him yet.
No, I've worked in the healthcare sector for decades. There have always been scandals, arguments, criticism. Some time ago, a large number of hospitals came to the decision that they would end up having huge ramifications. Healthcare was improving, people were healing and recovering faster. In a very short time, the average length of the patient's hospital visit was halved. Accordingly, the hospitals decided to halve their numbers for the nursing staff. The workload remained the same. So then came the overhauls, the saving strategies, that kind of thing. We're still seeing the effects of that decision today. I also feel the shortcomings here at St. Ursula's too. What I'm trying to say is, I know what you're going through.
I'd like to take a look at your readings if that's okay.
Of course.
We need to be fast, chat. Two of these are right. So let's change this to foot. Let's change this to bone, and then we'll do 2 more with these. Let's go. And these are right. Let's go. Why fast? Because there's a riot outside. I'm almost afraid to tell you this.
What is it? Is it all over for me?
No, quite the opposite. Your readings have improved significantly.
I wasn't expecting that, I must admit. But that's all part of the profession, too. Funny how things turn out sometimes.
You should rest a little more. I think you'll be able to go back home soon.
Your wish is my command. Whoops, I skipped that. If I can help in any way, just say I'd be glad to.
That's really nice of you, but you're a patient here. The only thing you need to work on is getting healthy again.
If you insist.
I have a bone to pick, Witchy. Witchy? Which who? So you have a gastrointestinal infection?
It's true.
And you have a colonoscopy last night?
Correct.
There are probably better ways to spend your evenings, right?
You're not wrong there.
Alright, let me take a look. The music stopped. Alright. Twitter I go. Alright. There you go. There you go. There it is. There you go. Alright. Okay. And while I'm here, I'll reject and refund. Alright. What's the cooldown for the tweet? I don't remember. It should say. Two of these are right. Okay. 3 of these are right. Okay, let's shift 1 over. Well, oh wait, this is exactly what oh, never mind. It says 3 of those are right still. I think. This is I, maybe? Everything but I. Bone. Foot. Well. Blood? It does not say. Oh, look. This is the glory of the mass refund. This is when all the expensive stuff gets used, and I love it. Stuff we never get to see. I love it. And intern nice, because nice is also the mass refund in a different way. 1 hour. Tweet has a 1 hour cooldown. You can tweet for me every hour. Good night, Gum. I love you. Mwah! No serious abnormalities found during your colonoscopy. Wait, no, don't do it! Huh. I'm okay. Your symptoms indicate a flu-like infection. That's good because it's treatable, and it shouldn't trouble you for too long. But we need to get your electrolyte and water levels back up. You need to make sure you drink plenty of fluids, preferably tea.
Okay.
I think that's the first time I've seen the drop shadow on that one. I'm glad it looked good, I feel. Greetings. And the same to you. You're struggling with inflammation after an abdominal injury, right? Let's take a look then. This one's always hard. X, K, V. This is textbook inflammation. I can see that you've had all the important vaccines. We need to cool the wound properly. And you still need antibiotics to treat the infection. Got it. For now, I'll just keep as still as possible. Good idea. We'll get well soon. Be like that.
Finley, can you give me a hand, please?
I was kind of hoping it would be blue fire, but it's alright that it's not. I finished my assignments.
That's music in my ears. Can I take a look? While we're looking after our ward, we should compare results to keep each other on track.
In fact, I might see if I can make it blue fire real quick. Okay.
Glorious! No, I won't give in till I'm victorious. And
I will defend! Hey, Floof, how you doing? Related story. Is a reply to Quack. What did Quack say? I'm just gonna read what you said and then try to figure it out. Loud? It's the same volume as everything else. I work for a hospital. Normally we just review accounts for insurance information to compare with how our healthcare system built out, and to compare contracts. Someone mislabeled a photo as insurance, but it was actually a photo of their severed hand. Oh, that's great.
That was pretty good. Not too different from my results. Make a great team. I'm not sure how to say this. I'm a little overwhelmed right now.
Hang on, I want to change something real quick. With the ASCII.
What will you learn? What will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
Ooh. I think it's just an effect of the fire. But I think this adds a little bit more detail. This is non-letters, right? Yeah. And then this is letters. I think I like it better with letters. I think letter makes more sense. There's a lot going on screen right now. Oh, I know. Is this better? Oh, I know. Alright, there we go. I'm good.
I'm a little overwhelmed right now. All our beds are occupied. I can't keep up.
We'll manage.
I need to head up to the 4th floor for a few minutes. They're having trouble there too. Everyone's pitching in where they can right now. Can you take me on a few more people?
Sure, I'll hold the fort.
Thanks a bunch. I'll be right back.
Hang on, chat. I know, I keep pausing. I have an idea. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. Didn't I already go to P31? Good evening. I'd like to start your treatment.
Your colleague said you'd give me an injection. Will it help with the pain?
Let's hope so. With a little luck, you might be able to get some sleep. I can't see my OBS because I have it on the wrong monitor. What's pretty cool, Floof?
I feel like I'm gonna die.
Oh, I forgot to refund you, sorry. Now I'm normie again. Okay, injection done.
I hope it kicks in soon. I never felt this bad in my life.
We'll give you a full checkup as soon as we can. In the meantime, try to get some sleep.
Please hurry. There's something really wrong with me. I know it.
Well, you're up and about. Dr. Niesdorf, you should lay down. I know when I need rest. I'm restless. I feel the tension in the air. Has something happened?
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit.
You don't even have a penis. Good evening. I'd like to start your treatment.
Everything hurts. Please do something.
Oh, fuck. What you were referencing that was pretty cool, Floof. body's fighting something. We're gonna find out what it is as soon as we can.
Thank you. I hope it isn't contagious, or is it always contagious? Or is it always so busy here?
Don't worry about that. My colleague will be back to check on you again soon. Oh, also in 301. My bad. Good evening.
Please, I can hardly breathe.
This is one of your ASCII filters? Oh, okay. Yeah, the ASCII thing is one of the cooler things I have. I have an idea of how to make it better, but I would need to change something with my system, and I can't do that right now. Not while I'm streaming. Imagine a filter that made me talk backwards. Like it got my audio and then it reversed it. That bitch green. So I am. Okay, my colleague will be here in a minute to give you your new medication.
Thank you. I don't want to die.
We'll do everything to make sure you get well soon. I promise that.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The 4th floor is even fuller than here. All the beds are occupied. There'll be some talk about whether we can fit more beds in somewhere. And then there was an incident. An elderly lady collapsed. I had to lend a hand for a while, but I didn't know the place, so...
It's alright, take a breath. Better?
Better. How did it go here?
Done with everything so far.
Can I take a look?
Bah.
Everyone seems to be doing better. It's nice to know I can trust you with my task in case of an emergency. I'll try to return the favor soon. Thanks for taking over. How do you feel?
I'm not flagging yet.
You're really tough. With all this running, I might as well quit the gym. I could really use some coffee right now.
Let's do that then.
Not at this time of day. I'm dead tired, actually. You heard from Carl yet?
No, now that you mention it. I've not spoken to him.
Should we give him a call? Maybe he has some news for us.
Good idea.
And?
Nothing. Not picking up.
Strange. Hope everything's alright.
Finley, Mia, come quickly, please. The patient in room 302 is really sick. We can't stabilize him.
Finley.
Finley, Mia, quickly! Help me stabilize the patient. The cramps keep getting worse. The patient is unresponsive. We need to...
What?
Dr. Krakowski, Be quiet. Sandra, take the deceased details. The patient suffered from severe and irregular abdominal cramps. We noticed the heavy gastrointestinal bleeding. Dr. Linwood advised against surgical treatment. The blood work needs to be evaluated immediately. We know the bleeding was caused by a bacterial infection, and everything else will become clear soon. Please leave now. Is there anything we can do? Yes, there is. Please give me a little space and get some rest. Don't you need a break?
Don't you need a break?
Now, right now. This is an extreme case. I will consult Dr. Galtera and wait for the results from Dr. Halil. I need you fresh and well rested in the morning. If this patient fell sick without warning, others could too. Even if there's no indication of a direct risk of infection, please be prepared. We'll know more tomorrow. I bet it was from the fair. I bet it was from the fair. The water. When they had the soup. What a night. Whatever. Time to get to the hospital. Suspicious stew? This stew isn't cute at all! Is it spring now? I'm not wearing my winter gear. There's nobody here. It's like a ghost town. Because everybody's in the hospital. Please be there, Frock. Where's Frock? There's a bunch of twigs with a note tied to them. Hey, Finley. The caravan wasn't big enough for me and my sister. We've moved into a bigger apartment in Foxtail Valley far away. I taught you everything I know, and I learned a lot from you in return, Rivermaster Finley. We'll miss you in the river. Farewell, Frock. P.S. I hope you have friends to stick with when the current gets too strong. Aww. That's okay, Frock. You have a good time with your sister. I hope she doesn't get too annoying. Best character by far. Imagine dying after a hospital protest and being in that protest. Said you were anti-hospital, gets brought into the hospital and dies in the hospital. The last thing you're known for is protesting the place where you died. Well, I guess that happens a lot. I guess that happens a lot, actually. Now that I say that out loud, I guess that happens a lot, huh? Mostly it's due to police, though. Not just a random infection. Or something similar to police. Hey, Cap. Hey, Cap. Oh, okay. I guess I couldn't look in there after all. Wow. I'm worried about Lewis. He was really sick last night. I took him to St. Ursula's and I haven't heard from him since. I just hope he's okay. She didn't eat her own stew? Finley, what's up? You look pretty exhausted if you don't mind me saying so. I am. There's a lot going on at St. Ursula's right now. Yeah, I heard. The whole town's talking about it. And the streets are empty. I heard the words are full to bursting. And that Dr. Theobald's disappeared. Do you think there's a connection? Maybe. Dr. Theobald's been missing for some time. Nobody knows where he is. And then just after he disappears, the hospital's completely overwhelmed? Maybe there is a connection. And maybe we'll find out soon. I should go now. I need to be at the hospital as soon as possible. I'm sorry, that sounds really tough. If there's anything I can do, just call me, okay? I'm rooting for you. You can do it. Take care, alright? Everyone got diarrheas, E. coli. Chat, can I be honest with you? Can I be completely real with you? Can I be 100% on the real with you? Complete and utterly real? No? Oh, okay. Okay, I guess that's not real either. Only 75%? No, can't do that. It has to be 100% or nothing. Go big or go home. If you're not first, you're last. What? Can't tell you, everybody. It wasn't a unanimous decision.
Hey, Doc. What do y'all do? What's going on around here? My dad says the hospital's useless. He said it's the doctor's fault everyone's sick right now. But I don't believe that. You gotta be all healthy again.
I'm no longer an alien.
And everyone there is really nice to me, too.
I didn't even do anything. I don't deserve this. That's a penis. I don't deserve this one bit. 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will. I'm in gay jail. Gay baby jail? There's no baby here.
There you are again. I have another idea for the comic. Wanna hear? Okay, cool. So, here we go. The story is set on a distant planet of Magitopia. Our brave heroine, Magatha, is about to wake up her...
Now there's gay baby jail. Excuse me.
Have to wake up in her bed. It's a beautiful summer morning. Smells like grass, raspberry, and warm air. She hears a noise and opens her curtains. Suddenly, her breath catches in her throat.
And?
What comes next? Shoot, I should have written it down. But I already have to take so many notes at school. It's no fun.
No problem. I think what note comes next. Really? What's next? All right, here goes. She opened her window curtains, and she spotted a huge monster in the distance. The planet's queen standing in front of her door. A black hole in the sky.
Yeah! A huge black hole. Way high up over the planet. It's super busy eating up every star and planet. Munch, munch, munch.
And what is our heroine gonna do about that?
She's asking herself the same thing. I mean, she's super smart and strong, but she doesn't have a spaceship, and she can't just jump her way up into space. But then suddenly a stranger knocks at her door, his face hidden under the hood he's wearing. She opens the door, and the guy is like... Magatha opens the door, and the guy is like... Ooh,
I am with the Order of the Comet, a secret society that has been protecting the universe since the beginning of time.
Mystical.
Yeah. Magatha has never heard about it either. But he's like...
Ooh, you're the chosen one. You need to do something to save Magatopia.
He gives her like a green rock.
Take this rune stone, he says. Dive into the depths of the striped ocean and open it and place it into the gate of eternity.
Wow. Magatha has no idea how to get down there. But she's a heroine. So she takes the stone and travels to the ocean.
But how is she going to reach the bottom of the ocean?
She's gonna find a way. I'm done. That was exhausting.
That was awesome. I'm so curious about what happened next.
Tonight, I'm gonna think up more stuff.
I can't wait. And that's pretty much what it's like to write the scripts for my videos. She's gonna go on a sub? You're a sub. Boom, fucking got him, dude. Do you sleep during the day? My schedule is all in EST. I wake up at somewhere between 4 to 6 p.m. I wake up between 4 to 6 p.m. And then I prepare for stream and do things that I gotta do, you know, my normal day. Sometimes that's writing, sometimes that's working on things for stream, sometimes that's playing video games like I did today, just chilling. I did that until around 10. Then I prep for stream and stream at 11. I stream until around 4 a.m. And then I stay awake until about 7 a.m. At 7 a.m., I lay down, and then I fall asleep and like, actually make an effort to sleep at 8. Sometimes later, sometimes earlier, just depends. Hey, Shalva the... Is it Chalva the... Is it Shalva the Geek or Chalva the Geek? Or is it something else? The voice acting is so nice, not gonna lie. Was leaving like 10 minutes ago, but stayed. Couldn't leave this amazing storytelling. Hope everyone is having a good day / night. I hope you are too. How you doing, dog? Thank you. That kind of looks like me and I hate it.
My belly feels like it's on fire. I think I'm gonna faint.
Ingrid, what?
Finley, I really can't talk right now. We're getting, always watching. We're getting overwhelmed. The ward's almost full. We've got more and more people coming in with the same symptoms. I'm trying to organize more beds. Make yourself useful and get to your ward. Okay.
Oh, wow. Chalva the Geek? What, did I do something wrong? Huh? Is this the only hospital around? Only hospital in town. It's a small town. The next one, beyond this one is probably in Sandalwood, which is the next town over. Pretty crowded here. How's the night shift?
Don't ask, don't ask. I'm pretty sure my bloodstream is like 80% coffee right now.
You wanna take a break?
Nope, nope, break later. Things to do. They want us to head to the break room. Dr. Kakowski's got something to tell us. Works for me. I was gonna get myself another coffee anyway.
I wish she was running faster. You know? Like, just like super fast. Like, just fucking neumes all the way to the break room. Good Mr. Potter, there it is. Good morning. I have a small announcement to make.
Look tired, Dr. Krakowski. Did you even go home last night?
We know more about what we're dealing with now, but we still need some time. The bacteria is aggressive. We've been able to contain it to a certain extent, but some patients are still experiencing internal bleeding. But that's not what I called you here for. As you may have noticed, our wards are full. What's more, a few more of our staff have also started falling ill. If more people are admitted as the day goes on, we will hit full capacity.
What does that mean?
It means that if we run out of space, we're going to have to turn people away.
What?
Yes, I know. This is new for me too, but we have no choice. People are already being reallocated to other hospitals in the local area.
Well, the nearest hospital's over an hour drive away.
There's your answer. We can no longer treat them here. We would ask you to take note of this information.
You can't just send people back into the streets. You know, some of these people might be seriously ill.
Wait a minute, Mr. Dr. Kukowski.
Carl! What are you doing here, Carl? Don't you know that you're currently not authorized to be here?
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Any idiot can see the hospital's bursting at the seams.
So it seems. How else are we to explain your presence?
I can't just sit by and watch people. I can't just sit by and watch people croak. I won't let you down just because of some stupid forced vacation. Who's gonna stop me? Dr. Theobald's vanished into thin air. If he wants me thrown out, he can come up here with and try it with his bare hands.
What's your plan? You think you can conjure up a second hospital with the wave of your magic wand? Jesus Christ, I'm having a stroke.
I don't need to. We're on the 5th floor. Dr. Kukowski, we can get it running again. There's plenty of space up there, and most of the beds are still in place.
That ward has been out of operation for years.
What, so you'd rather send all those sick people back home?
Very well. I won't claim I'm happy about this, but since you're already here, get the 5th ward up and running as fast as you can.
Oh, Carl, with that.
Can't say I'm surprised to hear you volunteer, Finley. I'm going to the lab to see Dr. Halil. I hope he has good news. Mia, Sandra, I leave this ward to your hands. Are you up to this responsibility?
Yeah.
Ain't no thing.
Good luck, everyone. Now get moving.
Come on, Finley. Let's take a look upstairs.
Yeah, how do I sound right now? Do I sound far away? Do I sound bad? What do you think? You sound like, do I sound normal? Like a nerd? I mean, I guess that helps. I guess that helps me a little. What's wrong with Finn helping upstairs? I don't know. Nothing, I guess.
Do you really think we can do this? Sure we can. There's a lot of junk lying around, and we got no electricity. But if we work together, we'll get the hang of it. Doesn't have to hold together for years. Long enough to ride out this wave. I'll deal with the bedrooms. Take care of the corridors. We're not trying to win prize for best interior design. Just clear enough space so that we can get through.
Understood. I should have known you volunteer. I don't know. I think, I don't know.
It's as good as new. Why did we stop using this word in the first place? It has a lovely rustic charm.
Maybe it has something to do with all the mold? The discarded machinery? The thick layer of dust that's covering everything?
Alright, you made your point. But the dust only moved in here later, you know? Okay, we got everything we need. We're just missing the power.
Might be able to help with that. I once administered emergency treatment to the junction box in surgery.
I'm afraid this ward doesn't have a junction box. When the others got refurbished, this one was left to rot. I guess the breakers for this ward are down in the basement. And that's where the main distributor is. I'll go downstairs and turn on the power. Good. I'll get started filling the beds in the rooms. There's plenty of people waiting downstairs after all.
Please. No! I'm gonna snooze this ad. Cruz, thank you for the follow. I stream every single night at 11 p.m. EST except for Sunday and Wednesday. Feel free to come by anytime. I also do bi-monthly 12-hour streams. The next one will be on the 15th of July. We're going to be playing through Oxenfree and Oxenfree 2. There's going to be a bunch of cool reveals and new things to the channel and the content and stuff. But I also have a YouTube channel where I upload 2 video essays every month. They're all like based around video games and video game stuff. The last one was about the genre JRPG and how it shouldn't exist and we should start calling JRPGs different things, such as RPGs and so on and so forth, and a lot more detail than that. I also have a Twitter and a Discord. On the Discord, I post weekly schedules of all the content I'm putting out every single week, and is updated throughout the week as they progress to like link to different things. For instance, after this stream ends, if you were to look at that schedule, the link would be changed to be the VOD to this stream, so that you can watch the VOD. As I also have a VOD channel where I upload VODs of the stream. Okay, cool. Thank you for the follow, dog. I'm tired. You guys have beat me up. Which is fine. Oh, I need to refund you, by the way. If I didn't think I couldn't handle it, I wouldn't be doing it. Tell VOD watchers Ace Queen said hi with Boris, with the Boris emo at the end, which is a big ass bear walking. Huh. Hey, this is for later. You guys have made me do... You guys have made me do, You guys have made me do 76 sit-ups in 3 hours. Oh, is it really? That's it. If I carry on like this, I'll be able to qualify as a professional electrician soon enough. Now I need to get back upstairs. Carl's on his own up there. Too funny. Hold on, that's Dr. Theobald. What were you thinking? Have you any idea what's been going on around here?
Yes, I say I know. Of course. That's why I'm here. Just listen to me for a moment, please. I had to go. I couldn't stay here anymore. I take full responsibility. I always wanted to be the best for St. Ursula's, believe me. A few years ago, I was appointed chief physician, but not without help. Roman Hydric already held a lot of influence over the hospital, even back then. He offered me the position of chief physician as part of a restructuring. At the time, I thought it was the best way for me to actively help the hospital. I was still too young. I hadn't really earned the position. I went along with it. And Roman supplanted my predecessor for me. We'd had big plans. Everything was great at first. But Roman put more and more pressure on me. He had interest of his own. He didn't even try to hide them from me. He kept coming to me with strange ideas. He wanted me to take more and more money out of the hospital. And when I refused, he started blackmailing me. I had to sign bills, purchase orders, and other documents for him. Otherwise, he would blow the cover on our agreement. And as chief physician, I would have taken the fall for everything. That's why I went along with it, for the good of the hospital. However, as we drew more and more public attention, Roman got cold feet. He took off and advised me to do the same. Sooner or later, his scam will be uncovered. Drew, don't take off your helmet? Oh, God! How am I alive? How am I okay? Huh. Maybe the moon landing was faked after all. That's pretty, at least. Here, let me do. Here, I can do the soy point. Rude. Are you a Russian shark? Oh, good God. Oh, that was close. Well, here we are. I couldn't leave the hospital in such a time of need. I'll take responsibility for what I've done. I'm so sorry about everything. I never should have. Pull yourself together. Look at yourself. I'm furious. I'd never have thought you were capable of such a thing. If you really care about us and St. Ursula's, then get a move on and help the staff. Now! We don't have time for this whining. But I... Kowski, what's going on? Finley, what are you doing here? I thought you were on the 5th floor. No matter. The power's out. Maybe we overloaded the grid. The hospital's running on emergency power. I'll speak to Gregor. We'll get this under control as quickly as possible. And I'll make sure that all the wards can continue working. Finley, please go to our ward. Check on Mia and the others. What about Carl? Carl is extremely experienced. He'll be fine without you for a few minutes. I'll be there in a minute. Got it. Why does Theobald look like he was into the slapping? Do you need to ask that? Evolution of butt chin. Mouth very close to butt chin. Mia, the power's out.
Yeah, I can see that. Or rather, I can't see a great deal of anything right now.
You alright here? Do you need a hand?
I'll muddle through. Sandra's got the ward under control. Where's Dr. Kukowski?
She's checking on all the wards. She's checking all the wards have what they need. Dr. Theobald's taking care of the power failure.
Dr. Theobald? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, he's back. I just ran into him while he was explaining himself to Dr. Kukowski. He was...
What's wrong?
You smell that?
What do you mean?
It smells like smoke. The 5th floor! It's on fire!
What?
We just got the wood up and running, and everything was going great. Then there was a huge bang. Sparks flying everywhere, and all that old junk up there caught fire. We have to get out of here quickly.
Where's Carl?
He's still upstairs. We're trying to get everyone out of here.
Mia, I'm going upstairs. I have to check on Carl.
Should I come with you?
You stay here. Make sure the ward's evacuated properly.
Okay, I can do this.
Ring, could you help Mia, please?
Sure thing. See you in a minute. There's a fire extinguisher right there. Right there, there's a fire. You can't pick that up? No, that's a no? Okay, cool. Cool. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Hello. How are you? How was your stream? Can someone shout out Debbie, please? We're gonna jump back into it. Thank you for the raid, Debbie. I hope you had a good stream, and I hope you enjoyed mine. And everybody, feel free to do your post-stream stuff if you need. Everyone else that came in the raid, I hope you enjoyed the Only Up stream. Welcome to a vastly different game. A vastly different stream. Oh, I'm
Do a flip!
I got coons. Carl, are you there?
Over here, quick, we need help. The bed's stuck. Help me move it.
My ADHD is so happy right now.
If I'm dead, then
If I'm dead, I can't reveal the truth about the moon! Good night, Vixen. I love you. Mwah! Thanks for stopping by, dog.
it almost ended very badly. Thanks, Finley.
What are we gonna do now? We need to put out the fire.
First, we need to get everyone out of here. There's a plan for these things like this. We need to evacuate everyone to the school gym hall. Then we need to stay there until the fire's been put out. We contact the other hospitals in the area. Get people out to them as soon as possible. Until then, we need to keep going.
So get everyone out?
Get everyone out! We can't use the elevators, so we'll need to carry people downstairs. Benjamin and I can man the stairs. You go to the bottom of the stairs and take the beds as we pass them down. Amy and Archie, I didn't finish reading that. Take care of the beds in the front of the building.
What about the other wards?
They'll be doing the same thing.
Do you think Dr. Kukowski and Mia will be okay?
Yeah, but we'll help them in a minute. Thank goodness we haven't filled this ward up to capacity yet.
Fuck. Okay.
Come on, there's no time to lose.
Well, there is time to lose because I have to tweet that. Hang on. Okay. All right. This throughout the whole month? Yeah, until July. So what happened was, somebody redeemed Nice. The Nice redemption. If you scroll to the bottom, it's like the last one.
Benny.
So what Nice does is it does a few things. First of which, it gives you VIP for a month. For a whole month, you have the VIP badge. The second thing is it announces in the Discord that you got Nice, so that it's saved there forever. You can see it here. Right here, Beal got Nice. Right? So it announces it in the Discord. You can see up here, if I scroll to the very top, you can see who else got Nice before. Right? since I made it a thing. And then the last thing is the big one. It refunds all the channel points. So it basically does what the mass refund does. Because the mass refund community challenge is also, it refunds all channel points. It does that, but for the price of nice. So now every single person, with every single redeem they do for the next, what? 3 days? For the next 3 days gets immediately, well, not immediately refunded at my nearest convenience. For the rest of the month. Beneath. How are things looking up there? Benjamin and Carl are evacuating people in the beds. 3, that's 2. We still need people downstairs to help with the transport. I'm on my way. Mia, are you alright?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good. The smoke's really bad, though.
The 5th floor's on fire. We need to get people out of here.
Bender and I are getting ready to evacuate our ward. We'll bring everyone downstairs.
I'll help push them to the main entrance.
Good. Take care, please, Finley.
You too. See you soon. All because we needed power. Yep, could have done without that. We've almost evacuated everyone. But they still need urgent help downstairs. I say, I can't believe it. How could this happen? Well, I turned on the power. Oh. That's a lot of people. Why is the bathroom smoking? Who set fire to the bathroom? Somebody call 911. Somebody set fire to the hospital. Oh, whoa. Oh, no. Thanks. My one fear is having diarrhea during an earthquake. Well, at least it'll make you force it out. Is there more? There is. Fuck. Why is it worse down here than upstairs? Maybe the electric box caught fire as well. I like that you can see my mouth. Just barely. I think whenever the ghost wears off, I should be more visible. I'm not sure. Finley, you're still here. You need to leave. Take the next transport to the gym. The rest of the staff are already on their way. I'm sure your services will be needed there. Don't you think I should do another check of the hospital? We might have missed some people. I've been to a lot of the wards. I'll do one last round to the ground to the floor, I say, and then I'll be right behind you. I'll come with you. You've done well, better than I could have. I'll be all right.
I'll just hold the stethoscope tight. Go on. Thank you. Well, he's gonna die.
But then you get revived with the power of necromancy.
Yeah, now I'm more visible. Guess I didn't need to go small for this. It's pretty fun. Am I dying? Come on, get in. The others need you. Okay. Finley, there you are. We need all the help we can get right now. Come on, take care of the sick as best you can. I'll assign the teams, then I'll help it as well. What you waiting for? Show me what you can do. What do I have? No? I'm helping. Well, that was weird. You just did that at the same time. Everyone else okay? Oh! Oh great, this one again. Just help this guy? Buff bulldog doctor in the back? Pretty sussy, you make her. Fuck. How dare you spray me while I'm trying my best. Finley, leave it. Dr. Kukowski, glad you're here. This patient's very sick. She's beyond your help now, but can't you see? The woman's already dying. But you can help me. I need your help up front urgently. Please come with me quickly. What? That's it?
Summer's gone by in the blink of an eye. It's a fine line between good times and memories, just one breath away from eternity. Oh, summer's gone by in the blink of an eye. Summer's gone by in the blink of an eye.
Oh, we got a new plan.
Summer's gone by like a stranger on a sidewalk, a short smile, no time for words. Oh, summer's gone by like a night with friends you thought could never end, but now it's barely remembered. I hope that you still remember me, like a melody that is still stuck in your head. Stuck in your head, you're still stuck in my head. Summer's gone by in the blink of an eye. It's a fine line between good times and memories, just one breath away from eternity. Oh, summer's gone by in the blink of an eye. Summer's gone by in the blink of an eye. Always summer's gone by. Oh, summer's gone by. No, it's better.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that was full of Porcupine. I feel like the story is the one place that this game holds well. I think that the story that this game tells, although sad at the end, and sad at many other places with characters like Irma and such, I think that this game... Let me rewind. I think the characters are where this game shines. This game has really good characters with... making you care about majority of them, and good character writing in relation to them to make you care. There are certain characters that I attached with and loved, and there are others that I felt like I needed more time with, and I just didn't get that. So despite the ending that was abrupt, sad and abrupt, I think that the story of this game as a whole was good but rushed. It felt like this game was good but rushed. And it wasn't even like a short game by any means. Like, this is an indie game, and I played for about 14 hours, it says on Steam. Like, it wasn't even a short game, and yet there's so many characters throughout it that I feel like so many of them I needed more time with, or just more time with the hospital in general. It really felt like the ending, the whole third act. Act 1 and Act 2 felt very fleshed out and good. I felt like I had enough time with Irma before the end of Act 2. I feel like Act 1 did a good job of introducing the characters and the unhealthy work-life balance that healthcare inevitably has. And really, that's what the message of the game was. It was the unhealthy healthcare system and how we don't treat healthcare workers very well or give them the respect that they deserve. That was the point of this game. And like, that's fine, but like, as a game with a story, I needed more time at the end there to build up to the fire and the death of those characters and, you know, that kind of thing. I needed more time. And just like, so because of that, the one pillar of this game, which was the storytelling, especially in relation to the characters, feels lackluster because the last half of the game doesn't really stick. Even though 2/3 of the game were really good, and like were really good, because the final third wasn't good, and honestly is burying on bad at certain points, it makes the first two feel lackluster. Let me voice this in a different way. Think like a Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was an amazing fucking show. That show was amazing for 6 seasons. that show was really fucking good. The last 2 seasons, horrible. Just absolute dog shit. And now when everyone talks about Game of Thrones, they only talk about it in a negative light. Nobody acknowledges the first 6 seasons of that show, which were undeniably good. Some of those seasons were some of the greatest seasons of television. But we don't talk about those. We only talk about the last 2 seasons. Because it left a bad impression in the same way that this game did. The first 2 were really good, and then the last was just not good. It just was bad in some points. So because of that, that lessens the first 2 acts and makes the whole game feel lesser because of that. The journey, like, yes, the journey is important, and like they always say that, like, oh, the destination doesn't matter, it's the journey. But like, if the destination is dog shit, then the journey feels like it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at with this game. So like, on top of that, moving on from story, that's how I feel about the story. Moving on from story and talking about the other aspects of this game, the art is cutesy, amazing, but buggy. A lot of times there was layer issues where the background and foreground and the characters in the foreground would be mixed in a way that was incorrect, which ended up with layers being behind layers that they weren't supposed to be, on top of other bugs, like the dialogue boxes always being over the person's head, in turn making it so that sometimes the dialogue box was cut off and I couldn't read it. Other cases, like it crashing, in making my computer explode. I don't know if that was because of the game or because of my computer, so I can't really hold it against it, but it's worth mentioning. And other things that have happened throughout the game. It's been buggy, but the art and the character art and the style is good, and I like it, and more games need to be in this kind of style. The only other game that comes to mind that is in this kind of style is Night in the Woods, which is the only game that would really be compared to this. But even then, if we're comparing it to Night in the Woods trumps it easily. But like, it just feels very... Oh, and then on top of that, gameplay, moving on to gameplay. Because obviously art doesn't matter if the gameplay is bad, because the art is inherently tied to the gameplay. The gameplay felt like it was, very... The game presents itself in a platforming aspect. The walking around in reality is just a loading screen to get to the next dialogue box. There's 0 things to do in the overworld. There's 0 things to do in the hospital. The walking in between things is just that. It's walking in between things. It's going from one place to the other. There's nothing to do in between that. It's just point A to point B. The only thing in between is more dialogue, and that dialogue doesn't serve any function. It's just like you talk to that character majority of the time. So because of that, this game is literally just a visual novel with walking. There's no platforming. The only gameplay element that is in this game is mini-games. That's it. There was one puzzle throughout this entire game, and the solution was given to me. All I had to do was talk to characters. I didn't even it wasn't like, oh, let me select this option and that's the right option. It was just given to me. The rest of the game was just mini games. And not even that many. There was like 4, maybe 5. That's it. There's one single platforming point, and it was in the forest, and then we never did anything like that ever again. So I feel like this game, for me, although I enjoyed it and had a good time, I would probably give this game a 4 out of 10. I think that this game was a 4 out of 10. Now, keep in mind, for me, my rating is different. 4 out of 10 is not bad. 4 out of 10 is the bottom end of average, okay? 4 out of 10 is the bottom end of average. So for me, it's feeling like a 4 out of 10. It's not that I wouldn't recommend this game, I just wouldn't recommend it highly. If somebody were to add, the same thing with all of these games. If someone was like, I want to play Fall of Porcupine, I wouldn't say no, don't. You know? That's what a 4 out of 10 is to me. That's how I am with every single one of these games, right? If someone was like, I want to play Silent Hill 3, I wouldn't be like, don't do that. Play it. You know? That's what 4 out of 10 means to me. I like that you consider 4 close to average. 5 is average. 5 is down the line. So for me, Fall of the Porcupine is the bottom end of average. It's just good. It's just a good game. It's not great. It's not even very good. It's just good. Or rather, okay. It's just okay. That's what Fall of the Porcupine was for me. It's okay. However, once again, I do like the art. I like the style. I like the vibe. I'm going to keep my eye on Critical Rabbit and see what they do next. But it's not going to be one of those must buys for me. You know, obviously I have those with like the Outer Wilds team Mobius, or like the Team Cherry. You know, I have those must buys, but this is not one of those must buys for me. This is I'm going to keep my eye on these devs, see what they do, and if I like the look of it, then I'll think about it. You know, I didn't mean to hit new game. So that was Fall of Porcupine. That was that. I hope you enjoyed these streams. I hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you enjoyed the story that it told, even though the ending was lackluster and abrupt. But I guess that was kind of the point. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be doing Night in the Woods, which again is the game that's probably the most comparable to this. Eventually, I want to play that again. I don't remember a lot of it, but that's probably a while away. For those of you watching the VODs, thank you for watching. I love you. Mwah!